Well, it's Friday NASCAR, and who better to come on the show as he does every week? He's rocking the B. Big game
Yeah,
tonight, man. Big game, Brandon.
hasn't been the most exciting playoffs for a Boston fan when it comes to hockey, but hoping we can pull one out tonight, make it 2-1, sneak one out on Sunday, and be 2-2, and just have a whole new series.
So you come on at every Friday, Brandon. I immensely appreciate it, but we could have some fighting words on how this Bucks Celtics series is going so far. It's been like one game Bucks couldn't miss, next game Celtics couldn't miss. Just letting you know the Bucks are 5-0 ATS in every game that I've attended this year. Just letting you know that for tomorrow. You can do with that information as you want, but I'm letting you know that for tomorrow.
So you will be at the game tomorrow?
You know what? As of right now, I'm supposed to be at the game. I was supposed to be in Kentucky right now, but now I'm going to the game. I don't know. My life changes a lot for some reason.
That's unfortunate to watch your team lose in person, but it's okay. We can keep it
going. So your boy finally broke through. He's been great. Of course, I faded him. He got the win. He's been consistent, but he's really struggled at that track. What were some of your takeaways from the race?
I think everything changes when a race gets delayed to the next day. The rubber gets washed off the track. I completely forgot the race was at 12, and I tuned in with 40 laps ago and saw he was in first, and I was sticker shocked at that point because I was like, I absolutely wanted to fade him because he's never been good there, and he got his win. That's why personally I'm going to ride him into this week. I believe he's at 8-1, which is kind of low, but he's been consistently good here. He has qualified second so far for tomorrow night's race, so he's going to have some experience at the track tomorrow night in Xfinity, and I like him at 8-1.
My first one, I'm going to Truex. He's sitting at 7-1. He's led 24.3% of the laps here. One win, 2 top 5s, 4 top 10s. In spring, he absolutely killed this field when he got the win. And then the last race, there was that speeding penalty that cost him here. So he's dominated this track. He's been running good. And I kind of feel like, it's kind of like me and Chris Paul unders in points. This is my last go around with Truex. If he doesn't come through it this time, he's off. He's on the list.
I like it. I will absolutely rock that pick with you. You're right. If that speeding penalty didn't happen, I think that result would have been completely different. I'm also going to go with another guy that's running in tomorrow night's race who's now sitting P1 in qualifying for the Xfinity race, and that's Tyler Reddick. He's at 18-1. He's been consistently good all year. We've talked about him leading races, and this track's all about riding the wall, and he loves the wall. So I'm rocking with him 18-1 for sure.
So here's my question to you. You mentioned riding the wall and everything. Obviously, the best person in NASCAR riding the wall is Kyle Larson. I mean, he's sitting at 5-1. Can you bet him at this point at that price, or do you just kind of like, whatever, I'll look to find value somewhere else, maybe in some head-to-heads or with Reddick and Elliott? Should we add Larson to our card?
I'd only add Larson to the card if that's the only guy you're going to bet on. I'd rather take that money and throw them all on Larson, or don't touch Larson and hit a couple small guys like we're doing.
Okay. My next one, I'm going with Harvick, average finish at 3.5, 2 wins, 5 top 5s, 6 top 10s. Last year was awful. Last year was awful. This year he's been running pretty good. I really like what I've seen with him on the track and everything. He's working his way into the new car. And I kind of feel like him and Truex are always in the position to win. So that's why I'm attacking them in this race.
I agree. Last year, we tried to stay away from Harvick all year because he wasn't showing us anything. He's showing success this year, not a win, but he's driving a lot better. He has been historically good at this track. And I definitely see him being in the top 10 at least going into the end of this race.
Now, there were a couple head-to-heads. There's 2 guys I'm looking to fade here just because historically they've really struggled at this track. And I just want to get your opinion here. But before that, let's just go through these head-to-heads that are posted on Bovada. We're using Bovada because someone messaged me last week saying, hey, asshole, not all of us have DraftKings. So we're using Bovada right now. So hopefully everyone has Bovada. Bell, Kurt Busch.
Kurt.
Now, here's the thing. Blaney's on my fade list, but I'm not playing minus 150. So for me, this would be a direct pass just because this is a track I'm looking to fade Blaney.
100% pass on that.
As I just stated, I'm looking to fade Blaney. He's historically struggled at this track, and that's what I look to do, attacking these head-to-head. So I love Bowman here.
Yep, same.
Now, what about Wreck-It Ricky and Chris Buescher here?
I'm taking Wreck-It Ricky at that even money only because of his performance last week at Dover.
Yeah, he ran second.
Yeah. Yeah. So I see him carrying that momentum into this race, not winning the race, but definitely having a good finish.
Cendric and Bradley.
Cendric still. Brad's still not showing what we need to see from him to put money towards him.
Now, do you think that's going to be like that all year?
Yes, absolutely.
Now, next one, Elliott against Hamlin. We already are invested in Elliott, and we've said numerous times that this is the situation. This is a pure pass.
Yeah, either a pass, or if you're just looking to sprinkle money in all head-to-heads, grab Hamlin. So if Chase wins, you get your money. If he doesn't, you'll probably grab Hamlin in the head-to-head.
Hamlin, Truex Jr.
Truex.
Kyle Busch, Ross Chastain.
Kyle.
Joey Logano, Kevin Harvick.
Harvick.
Now, here's another one of my head-to-heads. Bubba he's raced here 6 times. He has yet to get a top 20. He's historically done bad in this track. I know Cole Custer is not the greatest in the world at this track either, but he's at least performed better than Bubba, who has yet to have a top 20 in 6 races. I'm on Clustered here. I'll take a minus 150.
Custer all day, yeah.
Now again, unfortunately, we're these. I mean, these bets.
No,
we used to love these bets. I mean, we honestly used to love these bets, but now we can't get them. Like, there's no point in my mind of even betting them. What about this? Minus 130 for Elliott or Larson just to finish in the top 2.
I don't like that because in NASCAR, if there's any mechanical issue or caught up in a wreck, you just wasted your money on that bet.
Yeah, that's
why I don't. I like either win it and that's it. The other ones, I don't like touching.
See, I mean, Denny Hamlin, Logano, Harvick, and Kyle Busch all to finish in the top 10 plus 190. I mean, like, this is just. Look, I would. Bubba Wallace, Eric Jones, Daniel Suarez all to finish in the top 10. I need 30 to 1 for me to even be remotely into this one.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Bubba Wall. I mean, all these are just.
I don't like any of them.
Top 2 finish, no. Top 3 finish, we don't like any of these. Top 5 finish, no. I mean, even these top 10 finishes, like.
No, not a fan of any of those.
Oh! I'm seeing my boy at 11 to 1 to finish in the top 10. Corey, the heartthrob LaJoy.
Not
like that one.
Not at 11. If it's top 20, I'd absolutely jump on it.
Who won the poll last week? Do you remember?
I do not.
It was some rando, I thought.
It was Buescher.
So here, yeah, dude, like getting the poll is just so like I don't even like another one. Like any of these right here, they're just not worth betting.
They're not. They're not at all.
Oh, here's a driver just to lead a lap. Just to lead one lap. You got your boy at plus 125.
I mean, I like it. That's weird.
A weird bet, isn't it? I've never seen that one before.
No.
Driver to finish on lead lap. So just to finish on the lead lap. Oh, you got your boy at plus 260.
Yeah, and don't forget, guys, jump on Harrison Burton, 500 to 1. We didn't touch that.
All right. Winning car, number of drivers to finish on lead lap. Yeah. What about this? Series champ. Any value you see right here.
No.
Your boy's all the way down to 6 to 1.
I hate these. It's still so early.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you get it and you get some value, you can always like hedge out. You know what I mean? Like,
True.
So, but Brandon, dude, we're making this one a little sick. No, sorry, we're making this one a little short. You're a little bit under the weather today.
A little under the weather, so I apologize.
But Brandon and I do have some big news. We've been going hard on this this is year 2.
Yep.
BTV reached out to me and they asked if Brandon and I on the weekend could do a show with Brian Beho on BTV, and we're going to add Formula One. So Brandon will be here every Friday on my podcast. We'll be here about 10, 12, 15 minutes shooting the shit and everything, telling you guys who to bet in. And then a little bit before the day of the race, we'll have a segment that comes out on BTV where we'll talk about Formula One and NASCAR with Brian. Should be a great time. Maybe we'll incorporate a little bit more fantasy stuff. If you guys have any suggestions, shoot us a DM. Our DMs are always open, especially if you're an attractive woman. Just saying. But no, seriously, we appreciate the support. Brandon and I have been working hard on this, and Brandon takes a lot of time out of his day to come on and do this. So I appreciate you, Brandon.
Absolutely.
Why don't you tell everyone where they can find you on social media?
Boston Boy 83, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, all the above. Like I said, sorry if I seem blah. Just trying to kick whatever this is, and maybe a B's win tonight will help me do that.
Okay, man. Well, all I know, and I decided whoever wins the bet. So it's not hypothetically, let's say the Celtics beat the Bucks. I don't give you a Busch Light. I have to shotgun a Busch Light on the podcast. That's the bet.
That works.
Okay, that's the bet.
That's cool.
All right, my man. We got one next week, so I'll talk to you next week, my friend.
Sounds good.